We are 1 month completely into the new year. It's February 2nd right now. And where are you at on your goals? Where are you at on your mission? You said all these different things. Oh, I'm going to be this. Oh, I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm going to do this. Where you at? Have you been consistent with your plan? Have you done the things that you said that you was going to do? You probably fell off. I get it, man. This shit is not easy. It is not easy to be consistent on something where you absolutely say that you're going to do it because it's hard. That's the first thing. It's hard. I know it. But once you realize that this shit is not supposed to be easy, that's when you'll understand that life is supposed to be challenging. Life is supposed to be challenging. Life is supposed to push you. Life ain't supposed to be no cakewalk, dog. Life is not supposed to just be a walk in the park. It's supposed to be a marathon. It's supposed to be something that pulls you through the mud. It's supposed to be challenging. If you live in a life where you're not challenged, you're not living a life worth living. I'm gonna be real with you. You're not living a life worth living. You should have a life where you just so ingrained in just moving forward and want to have better that it just pushes you every day. It drives you to wake up. It pushes your friends around you. It forces people to see that it's a change in you. And if you're not getting that, then it's time for you to rewire your brain. So I want you to rewire your brain. Think about your brain like an upgrade to your computer, upgrade to your phone. You're constantly upgrading your phone in order to fix the different bugs or the issues that you're having with your system, right? So why aren't you doing that same thing? It's time to upgrade your thinking. It's time for you to change your surroundings. It's time to really get ingrained with the new reality that you want. And the only way to do that is to rewire your thinking. Get around new people, do new things, become the person that you want to be. Listen, your dream is not just going to come to you. You have to push forward towards it. You have to do the things that you said you was going to do. Wake up early, man. Hit the weights. Eat right. Man, this again is not supposed to be easy for you. And when you figure that out, that's when your life will shift. I'm all about helping people to shift their mindset because you see those people. It may even be you. It may even be your friends, your mom, your brother, your sister. And they tell you all the time, man, it's going to be different, man. I'm going to do some different things, or I want to see different in my life in order to have better health. Oh, I want to see them different things in my life in order to increase my bank account. Oh, I want to see some different things in my life in order to bring my family around or bring kids into this world or to strengthen whatever the hell it is that you want, man. It starts by adding new thoughts into your mind, like yesterday and the day before that, the month before that, the week before that. You were constantly thinking 90% of the same thoughts that you did yesterday, the week before that, and the month before that. In order to become somebody new tomorrow in the future, you have to start to think new things. So when you think about some bullshit that comes up, start to rewire your brain to say, man, you know what? That was some BS. But this is what I believe. This is the things that I'm going to start doing, and I'm going to change that reality for myself. But it really starts by how you think. It really starts by what you believe. But really, in order to have a new belief in yourself, you have to have new thoughts. That's the only way that it's going to start to transition yourself. That's how humans work. When you have a thought, when you have an idea, that idea or that thought compels you to believe a certain way. It compels you to start to act a certain way. So your thoughts create belief. That belief creates an action. So what are your actions? What are the actions that you are constantly doing? Are you going back to them bad issues that you used to have in the past, those things that you used to do? You going back to that old relationship that you know you shouldn't be going back to? Are you going back and doing the old things that you know you said you wasn't going to do? And I get it, man. I'm human too. I do the same thing. But guess what? This is what sets me apart. I have awareness of it. And then I change my thought towards it. And then my actions change. I no longer go back to the things that I used to do. I no longer continue to be that same person. Day after day, I'm constantly changing, rewiring, and upgrading my features. Upgrade your hardware. Start to upgrade the things that you want to do in your world. And then you will start to see that your life is going to shift. Your life will continue to shift once you start to do it. All right, so this is what I want you to do, man. Get a damn journal. Get something where you can write down and be like, look, this is who I am tomorrow. This is who I'm going to be the next day. This is who I want to become. But if you're not writing nothing down and you just constantly thinking about it, you already forgot. Because you're thinking about the 90% of the things that you did yesterday and the day before that. Millions and thousands of thoughts, thousands and millions of thoughts every single day, every single week, every single year are the same thoughts that you said the last year. So what is going to change? Until you start to rewire your brain. So write it down. Start to write it down. Start to analyze it. Start to believe it. Start to have faith in it, man. Every single morning I have a list of 27 different things that I believe that I will have in the future, the things that I will become in the future. And I'm rewiring my brain every single morning, every single night. I'm listening to this. And it may not be true. Hell, it ain't true yet. But guess what? Eventually it will be. The thoughts that you think right now are programming your future. What thoughts do you want to reprogram right now in order to reprogram your future? Listen, this is the time right now. That's why I said in the video, and I'll add it somewhere, I might even add it at the end, but this is your time to win. But in order to win, you have to change your thoughts right now. The win might not come 2 days, may not come in 3 days, may not come in a week or even a year, but you have to reprogram your mind right now. And that's when you start to win, by starting to change your vision, starting to change your ideas, starting to change your mindset. When you do, your whole entire world will shift. When you do, you'll see that your reality will shift. I promise you, y'all, I'm not saying this for my own good. I'm saying it because I've seen it done for myself. When I graduated college back in 2013, I had a hell of a lot of freaking debt. I had a hell of a lot of debt when it came to student loans. But guess what? When I looked at that debt, every single time I used to get on there on Credit Karma, and I used to look and be like, man, golly, guess what? I'm going to pay this off in one swipe. 2 years ago, one swipe, it was all gone. No more, I don't have student loan debt. Now I'm working towards building more and more for myself, because I knew that if I could say something back in 2013 and believe it all the way up until 2021 that it would happen, then I know that if I establish myself right now and say the words that I want to have in the future, eventually it's going to come. Eventually it will happen. Again, I'm not saying this for my own good. I'm telling you because I know that it works. If you believe that it works, I want you to write down in the comment that I believe. I believe that it will happen for me. I believe that it will happen. I believe that I know these things will come true. But it starts by rewiring your brain. It starts to then by believing it, and then act on it, man. Act like it's going to work. Act like it's going to happen. Act like these things will come true. And eventually it will. Eventually you will have every single thing that you want if you start to believe and act towards it right now. But it ain't gonna happen if you don't act. So the first act is to write it down, bro. Write it down and believe it and hold it in your heart that it's gonna happen. And eventually it'll happen, man. Trust and believe. I'm a believer in it. I know it's gonna work. Whatever word you wanna call it, manifestation, progress, God, universe, man, it works. It works. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all a dime right here. There's a book on YouTube. It's an audio book. And it's an anonymous actual author, and it's called It Works. If you listen to it, it works, man, it'll give you the platform and the belief. But pretty much everything I'm telling you right now is exactly the same words that it's going to say. So again, write it down, start to believe it, and act towards it. Every single thing that you want will come to pass. Again, check out all the links down in the description. It's tons and tons of free value. Yeah, check it out, man. I got so much more value I want to continue to keep bringing to y'all. Watch this, like it, share it with somebody that you know, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. You dig?